Leah and DJ here with you on Rise and Shine across the nation on Vision. And I start a lot of interviews by saying the same thing. I often say that I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I say that I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I say that I'm really pumped up for this one. I'm often lying. Let me just be honest. You know, these are interviews that you've got to do.
Just trying to sound nice.
Well, we're trying to be nice to people here. But on this interview, I'm actually really excited.
And rightly so.
Yeah, we've got...
You guys.
Because we've got the incredible Svrcina. You know her as Svrcina. Molly Svrcina with us here. You might know her from her song Something Beautiful that's been getting a lot of play here on the Vision Network. But Molly Svrcina, I don't know exactly what to call you, but it's so great to have you on the show.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. This is like a very joyful entrance. I can imagine why this is a morning show. Like, it's 4:00 p.m. for me, but I'm already like hyped for the second. So thank you so much for having me. And totally either work. People call me Molly. People call me Svrcina. Svrcina is my last name, so
Yes.
both would be true.
Yeah.
So whatever comes to your heart first. But I'm so excited, and thank you guys so much, seriously, for playing Something Beautiful and the music. It's really such an honor. So I'm so glad to meet you guys.
Well, I'll go my little personal journey here with you because I'm a massive music nerd, Christian music nerd, and I first discovered you. I guess a lot of people in the same boat love Christopher Holvey. Holvey's my man, and so when the track Reasons came out with him and Lecrae, and I remember watching the video clip, and I was like, who is this? Who's this singer that they've got with her? And then I tried to pronounce your name. And I'm like, did they find her in some, Latvian Eastern Bloc country from somewhere? Who is this Sven girl? Like, I don't know who this is. And that made me go down a pathway of discovering, that the boys had basically contacted this incredible independent artist that is you. And from there, I've become a massive fan of yours. Your music is incredible.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. That's super generous. My family heritage is Czech, and so it's definitely you're in the right ballpark.
Okay.
With the Eastern European vibe. But then it's like, I don't know if it's like kind of sad or if it's fine, but then when I open my mouth to talk, my accent is like super American, and I've got the English language on lock. But my name is very, very Eastern European.
So was that a conscious choice for you to go as an artist under your last name instead of going for a full name? Hey, Molly Svrcina. You went, I'm just going to go with Svrcina. I'm going to have it spelt in this way with a V in it there. What was the conscious thinking around that?
Yeah, so it was intentional. This is kind of a fun fact, but I got my start in the music industry at like 12 and 13, and I actually started in country music.
Oh.
So I learned the craft of like songwriting, and my family moved to Nashville. And so I really I would perform at fairs and festivals. So it was a very unconventional start. And when I was doing country music, I was actually going by the name Molly Hunt. The people that I was working with, we just, through discussion, we were like, Svrcina, my last name is not a very country sounding name. Obviously. And so they asked me to kind of go through all of my family and see if there was another name that we could come up with that sounded country. And so Hunt is in my mom's side of the family. So we went with Molly Hunt for years. That was the first probably 7 or 8 years of my music journey.
Yes.
And so when I made kind of a transition and started experimenting with different styles of music. And I actually started working with my manager when I was 18. We decided to freshen everything up. And Svrcina, just with the style of music, it just felt very artistic, but authentic to who I am, of course, because that is my name and that is how it's spelled also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, that's it. The European way of spelling it with the V in there.
With the V. Okay,
Yeah.
well that answers a lot of questions. Okay, that's good. That's good. We like that. Staying true to yourself. I love it.
What's been the most interesting way you've heard someone try to pronounce Svrcina?
Yes. So I've gotten Svrcina. That one's a doozy. And then also someone Facebook messaged me and said, they were joking, but I don't know if they really thought thought it was this way, but they said it sounded like Svrcina.
Oh no.
Which before Jesus, that would be true.
Yeah.
But that would be true of me for sure. But I don't know if he was like joking, but that was a very creative one.
Yeah, we're getting theological on you right there.
Let's hope he was joking.
Now, I love the fact that you represent a real, I would call it like an indie pop sort of vibe of what you're doing. You embody this, independent artist mode. You're very vocal in how hard it can be as an independent artist. So my question to you in the midst of all of that, I mean, you're releasing some great projects. How in the world does an independent artist end up coming to Australia and doing some shows down here?
It's such an amazing opportunity, and I'm really grateful for just the different people that I've had an opportunity to meet over the last couple of years. And there's a gentleman that's actually been kind of mentoring me in both business and even on a personal level that is based in Australia. And so he's kind of been like a father in a way, and he's given so much advice and kind of introduced me into the market in Australia, which I'm super thankful for. But I think just kind of the spider web of relationships over the last couple of years to release music independently is what's bringing me out there. And you guys have been so gracious to play the music, which I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we love what you're playing, so we're quite happy to play it. Bring it out, yeah.
Now,
awesome. Thank you.
Now we got an offer to make for you. When you're here in Australia, and you have to put us into contact to whoever we need to talk to, your people, the big highfalutin management that you've got, or anything like that. We want to bring you here into the studios here, and I know that you're going to be based up on the Sunshine Coast for a little while. That's not too far away from us.
No, it's only a couple hours.
Couple of hours at the most in the car.
Small road trip.
We want you to come on down, hang out with us here in the studios. I'm happy to give you the airwaves and say you can take them over for a while.
Yes.
Come into our TV studio and perform something for us. What would the Svrcina breakfast show be like? What are we talking here?
Are you down?
I am super down. It would be very colorful. I am super down. I love stories, so we can chat about music, stories.
Yes.
I've got some acoustic vibes that I can give you guys, but that sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, it will be my first time in Australia ever, just in general. So I'm super excited to be able to come and just experience the culture. I've always heard so many amazing things about it. I am down for all the vibes, talking creative, artistry, all the things.
Okay, good. We're gonna do this. We've got it planned. I've already got a whole menu for you lined up of Australian food.
Yep.
Have you got any dietary requirements we're supposed to know about right now? Is there anything that you can't eat?
Not particularly. Okay. I'm pretty flexible gal.
Okay.
I love an adventure, so I'm open to try.
Okay. So you're open to a Tim Tam Slam.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Done.
I have had a sleeve of Tim Tams in my life, and they're magical.
Okay.
They're magical. So
awesome.
Good. We'll get the Vegemite, the meat pies, some lamingtons, barbecue shapes. We'll do the whole thing. I know these are just words and sounds to you at the moment, Svrcina, but we're gonna we'll have them all here ready for you to go.
The full experience.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, this is very that sounds amazing.
Now, at the moment on the breakfast show, now I know you're going to appreciate this. The gang are going to look at me going, "Why are you telling Svrcina about this?" And listeners, be patient. I'm a fan of Svrcina. I know what I'm talking about here. At the moment on the breakfast show, we have been discussing, and I've discovered the world of scented candles. So, Svrcina, I have discovered the world of scented candles. My boys have turned me on to I've got 3 teenage boys. They turned me on to scented candles. We have started lighting scented candles in the studio when we're doing the show. We love the mood. We bring it up a notch. We've asked people out there, the listeners, we've asked them if the show was a scented candle, what would it smell like? And we're getting some amazing suggestions. Now, I know for a fact you are a scented candle expert.
Yes. Oh my God, your knowledge is deep in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Done some deep research.
That's so amazing. Yes. So this was super fun. My dad, I love candles so much. So my dad knows this. And so for Christmas one year, he gave me this scented candle. He also knows that I love like hidden treasures and surprises and like this kind of thing. And so he gave me this gift present that was a scented candle by a company called Jackpot Candles, and they have like all of these different scents, but they also have like jewelry hidden in the candle.
Oh, wow.
That is next level.
It's next level. So then as you're like burning the candle, it's wrapped in like tin foil and then this like plastic wrap. And the catch is like each, this is very amusing. Each one comes with like a code, and the valuation of the ring, it's like a piece of jewelry. Most of them are like rings. It can be up to like $5,000.
Wow.
So you never know. Not only are you like setting an aesthetic or like a vibe, you also have a hidden treasure in there that it could be $20, it could be $2,000. You don't know.
Amazing. That's
Wow.
You've blown our minds. You've given us a challenge here.
Ooh.
But so that's where the love of candles come from. I know that, we want to release a scented candle. You've been out there. You've done a scented candle. You've done, you've worked with the scented candle people.
What? You have?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. So we got to collaborate, which was super cool. We collaborated for my album, Orchards, which Something Beautiful is on the deluxe version of Orchards. And so we released like an Orchards candle, and the scent was warm apple pie.
Oh.
So it kind of went with this like harvest theme. It was very warm. We released the album at the end of October, I think, which is fall here. So it was absolutely lovely.
Oh, wow.
But I'm curious, what scent are you guys going for the station? What kind of feedback are you getting?
Well, herein lies the problem, and that's what we're asking our listeners at the moment is, if Rise and Shine, our breakfast show, was a candle, what would it smell like?
Yeah.
And so we've had suggestions coming from left, right, and centre. There is no wrong answer.
See, some people are getting biblical on us and saying it should smell like frankincense.
Or like patchouli, because that's from the Middle East.
Like it should smell like something from, Palestine, something from Jerusalem, something from the region over there. We're thinking breakfast. We've had people suggest bacon and eggs.
Yep.
We've had people suggest,
like coffee-scented candles.
Smell for the morning. I love your idea of apple pie.
Ooh, yeah.
The other thing that we love to talk about on the breakfast show, and that's something that I'm unashamedly down for, is a good laundry session. There's nothing better than getting fresh clothes out of the laundry and hanging them up on the laundry line.
Oh.
And hang on.
Speak the truth.
Wait.
Are you a fellow laundry gang
tracking.
person?
I am tracking.
You're a laundry person.
Now I'm where I'm living now, I'm definitely like going to the laundromat, so it's an event kind of situation for sure. But the smell of fresh laundry is absolutely divine.
Oh yeah, there's nothing quite like
I'm
it.
Tracking.
Could a Rise and Shine candle be a fresh laundry scent? I don't know. There's so many different options.
Oh yeah.
We're just throwing it. We're at the spitballing idea stage at the moment. So hopefully by the time you're here in November, we might be able to even give you one of our candles, and you can let us know what you think.
Oh my Lord. This is brilliant. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm curious to see I'm excited to see what you guys land on.
Yeah.
Even when you were talking about it, I was like, even like a lemon, something like joyful,
zesty.
Like
something that gets you up in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
We're here.
That's great.
Their options are endless. You guys are.
Maybe we could somehow
great
put down Svrcina's flights over here as some sort of tax
Maybe.
like some sort of invoice it and sort of make it that we're getting a candle expert over to consult on the breakfast show.
Yes, exactly.
Something like that. We could totally
wangle something, I'm sure.
Now,
Oh my God.
we're running out of time. Cannot wait to have you over here. But Svrcina, having an independent artist coming to Australia, and you work so hard. We know what it's like for even people with a massive record label and massive managers and AR people all around them. It's hard work all the time. For an independent artist, it's even more so. It's you living, breathing all of this music industry stuff, trying to get your music out there. We've got listeners all over Australia, people loving your music, all different ages. How can people pray for you as you go about your career?
Oh, thank you so much. I would say two things. That's really kind to even ask that. So thank you so much. But I would say asking for God's wisdom just in different business opportunities, and whatever door the Lord opens, that God would give wisdom and creative strategy to be able to share the kingdom of Christ with people through creativity, and even just praying over the music and the songs, that there's a fresh wave of creativity that comes from heaven, and that the Lord gives opportunities to even share his love with people that don't know him in the creative industry, because there's a lot of people. That's part of the joy of being an independent artist. I have the opportunity to work with people who are believers, but a lot of people that aren't as well. And especially in in the studio space and co-writing, it's a very intimate setting. So you have an opportunity to have really meaningful conversations. So just even praying for the people that are in the music community at large, and that the Lord opens opportunities to share his love with other people.